Alright, it's build video number 3 for the Tonka truck build. We'll be mounting the cab, mounting the actuator for the dump box to make it dump. But we'll start off with this Tonka truck is being built for the RC Adventures YouTube channel. It's being built for DJ Medic, and I hope you really like it, Aaron. I'm pretty sure you will. So we'll start off with how the electronics are mounted in here and some of the brackets. So the speed control is mounted to the center rib, and the BEC is mounted to this outer rib so that it's not in the way of any of the screws for remounting the cab. The speed control is just kind of set in here for now. I still got to move some stuff around and attach the wires for all the actuators. I did find that I had to cut a lot further, all the way to the top, almost all the way to the metal, to make the actuator fit with where the cab mounts and where the actuator mounts. I had to do that on the other one, but I wasn't quite sure if I had to do that on this one or not. So these brackets are, they're about 1/8 inch aluminum, 5/8 of an inch wide. 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch would work also. They're not quite a 90-degree bend. Kind of got to just eyeball it and guess and check, and once you get the right angle, drill all the holes in them and get everything all mounted up. The brackets on the sides are very difficult to drill the holes, just because there's a lot of things in the way and you just can't get a really good straight shot at it. So that's the cab. It just screws right onto the frame. The next video I will have the cab mounted to show you how it mounts up. I'm going to remove all the brackets. Actually, that probably won't be the next video. That'll probably be the next one after that, because I still got to show you the tailgate. We'll do that later. So these brackets just screw on, just screws right to the frame. Now we'll move to the actuator. This is the Frigeli Technologies actuator. It is the L16-R in a 100mm travel with a 63:1 gear ratio. Will lift approximately 20 pounds. This bracket is made out of 3/4 inch by 1/8 inch aluminum. I'm not sure on the measurements of how far down it sits. You just kind of gotta to judge that for yourself while you're building it, because depends on how much you cut off down here to where the axle mounts. You might actually have to mount it up higher if you cut more off to make it sit a little lower. I tried to make them sit about the stock height. So it's cut like this with these angles in the top so that this part of this bracket misses where the screws go through to attach to the back of the cab. You got to do that, or you got stuff sitting on top of screws and that just doesn't work. That is the actuator. So it goes in there. Got to put it in from the bottom. Mounts approximately right there. And the top of the actuator mounts to this little clevis up here, which comes with the actuator. Once you get this lower bracket mounted and everything down there figured out where you want it to go, you can close the dump box to where you want the closed spot to be at, because since you took and cut the back of the cab off, you actually took the spot off the actuator, or that the dump box sits on when it's closed. So I've got some foam that I stick in there to help cushion it also, so that if you drop a big load, or drop a big rock in it, it doesn't shock the actuator and maybe damage it or break it. That is how that is all mounted. It's pretty simple. Try to keep it that way. Is there anything else? I said last time I got a 5300 milliamp 3-cell LiPo that fits in here. It's fairly thick. And it just drops right down in the cab. I still have to make the retainer bar for it. I'm still debating on the best way to do it to make it so that you don't have to put screws in it, to where you can just pull a clip out and pull the battery out easily. It still may end up being where you got to put a screw in it, but it's 2 screws to take the battery out, which isn't too bad. So that is all for today's video. Aaron, I hope you love it when you get it. It's getting pretty close to being done. Got one more video to show you with the tailgate and the actuator. And that's all for today. I hope you like this video. Please like it, please comment if you got any questions, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.